If you enjoy original thoughts and unique brain highs, instead of the same old recycled topics, predictable phrases, or reactors reacting to reactors to the Chucky Demon vibe music box that have dulled us into some sort of Psyop opiate mesmerism, then let your IQ grow and your day get better as we get into things like how plastic blocks ether gathering, and the thought of grounding while you're wearing polyester clothes totally interferes with the process. Speaking of the Rockefeller plastic everything world, which is totally taking over, humanity actually has a rich past with elements with actual properties that benefited us when we were much more spiritual. Speaking of the kind of knowledge that still exists but is hidden but still used against us to do things like scientists having figured out how to talk to your DNA and how to command your DNA just through electricity. Or the no fact but just thoughts like ancient statues not only could be petrified beings, but it could be some sort of ancient technology like some sort of 3D printer. Or like a petrified golem that somebody created. Some sort of non-crude form of AI. On to interesting and unique thoughts I found while scouring TikTok, which even if not totally sold or unsold, I enjoy it more than that copycat repeat super basic. Anyway, some of those thoughts include mold is actually some sort of AI black goo. The way it seems to have a mind of its own, spread, come out of nowhere, etc. Also tying this into the thought of the mycelium circuit board, a faux nervous system that's alive. It transmits electrical signals and has memory. It's called wetware, a literal circuit board made from mold, mycelium. Or the thought that the microbiome is somehow related to the spirit realm, or specific spirits, or spirit groups. Or that the happy birthday song is actually a ritual, singing it 3 times, candles, maybe the thing that's actually aging you, or something else going on. Or the thought that there's absolutely no worthless organs like science tells us and that everything has a purpose. Stuff like the appendix and wisdom teeth, that there actually might be a black market where harvesting occurs, and they just tell you it's worthless to collect them. Some sort of Adreno type business. Or the thought that the tortoise shell usually has a pattern of 13 in the inner and 28 around the outer, tying into the ancient month and moon system with 13 months based on 28 days, which is exactly the lunar cycle, which I'm sure is why some ancient cultures have the world depicted on the back of a tortoise, just based on the lunar cycle. I showed you the T- NASA anagram for Satan, and now I'd like to introduce you to the Satan Claus, aka Santa Claus, which not only is one who steals glory at Christmas, comment section filling up about his actual birthday, but not anymore since I said that, but that the actual clause is the Satan Claus is selling your soul, which involves taking on a new identity, losing your own, gaining powers in an extended lifespan, just like he did in the movie, the Satan Claus, selling your soul. Does the Lord have feathers? Speaking of the Lord, you may have heard how the etymology of Nickelodeon and Balenciaga contain disses towards him. If I hear the term unalived again, get created. He got afterlifed. He got debiologied. He got his birthday returned. Or if you want to stick with un as the go-to prefix, you could say he got unheartbeated. Anything to stop the copycat mind virus from spreading. This is all in fun, by the way. You could go 90s East Coast and say he got bodied. Or go Sim Theory and say he just took off the headset. How about the thought that they are reviving ancient viruses that have been buried under snow for thousands of years? I think the article said an ancient zombie virus, actually. We're going to wrap it up with the thought of the sacred energy exchange. And the thought that all the sexual partners you've had, not only do you have soul ties to them, but soul ties to all the people that they've slept with, and all the people they've slept with. Which is probably why you have memories that you think are from another life you've lived, and it's actually an Akashic Record internet database of sexual soul ties. STD, sexually transmitted demons. Unless you deal with it and get cleansed and renounce all your partners, which you can. If you're experiencing cognitive dissonance, it's all a part of waking up from this deranged circus we've all spawned into and forgot why we're here. But the good news is, you have a limited time to remember and actually get the work done. And you have time. That's not nothing. Believe in yourself. Know your foundation, or you'll never know who you are. It might seem rough now, but you're just like Neo waking up from the Matrix. And what happens next is what matters. See you next time.